Chickadoos. We're just getting it all figured out. Hi, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Heather.
And today is just a lot of painting. Are you gonna sneeze? I hate it. And you're using this smelly hand too, which is never good.
Yeah, I pulled out all of my lettuce that had gone to seed, and like it's got a weird smell to it. Like, chickens love it.
Yeah, so we have a bunch of random things to do today.
Yeah.
We're taking you along with us. It's a vlogging day.
Yep.
One thing about our chickens is they will lay eggs anywhere, and I mean anywhere. They are not. We do not. It's gotten summer, and we've allowed them to kind of roam more, and they will lay eggs in the coop sometimes, but also in the run, in the yard, over here by this back step back here. They're just laying them everywhere, and so I feel like the hotter it got, the less that they did, the less they lay them in the places they're supposed to. So, anyway, chickens be chickens.
Of a gardener.
The hands of a gardener?
Yeah, I got dirt under. I got to spray the dirt out from underneath my fingernails.
What were you just doing?
I'm watering.
Those are strawberries.
Yeah. I think actually my dill in these pots, I'm going to go transplant in the dill pot back there that doesn't have a whole lot growing in it because it has more soil in it and they can grow up taller.
Gotcha.
So that'll clean these pots out for something else. So
we're going to improvise a little bit today in the fact that we've got some sheet metal that just refuses to stay back in place. This is an older camper that we're working on, and the sheet metal on the camper just doesn't seem to want to stay where it was originally manufactured. So I'm going to screw it in and make it stay, which once we paint it white, no one's going to notice. But initially it's going to look a little wonky. So I'm going to have Heather hold the camera while I do it. See how that works? So if we go every half a foot or so, that'll keep that part of it in.
okay.
And then when we paint over it, you will see less of these screws. There's still going to be maybe a gap here, so I might have to do some caulking right here.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We're allowed to caulk, especially on a DIY project of this magnitude. Caulking becomes your friend. That's interesting. I have it in here and I have it in up here. So really all I need is to keep this seam together. So when I caulk it and when I drive it, it doesn't spread like that.
Okay.
In a perfect world, this would tuck up underneath, but we did that and it doesn't stay. The reason that we're doing this is because I tried to do it the way it was originally manufactured, which is you take the piece down, you push it underneath this lip right here, and then you screw it down so that it'll stay. Well, what has happened is there's so much flexing that happens in our inside wood that it pulls this apart every time it hits a bump. And so instead of worrying about it coming apart, we're just going to cinch it together with these screws and then caulk over it so that the moisture can't get in. Finger is one of the best tools when you're doing caulking. Not always great. They have better tools. They have actually caulking tools that I like. I'm not a big fan of getting crap on my fingers.
We have one in the bathroom.
Well, I didn't know that. Why didn't you say something before I touched it? See? Now my finger's all goopy.
You didn't ask for one.
That's my bad, obviously. You didn't see I was getting ready to use caulk. It didn't say anything. That's usually how it works. She's like, you know we have one of those, right? No. I know most of my tools end up missing. I don't know where they end up going.
I hide certain ones so that they don't go missing.
I just went to wipe a bug off my hand and got more crap on my hand. I'm a disaster this morning. All right, so a lot of you have commented on our trailer, and we're so grateful. We love the wisdom of the community. And one of the things that people have commented on is, are you going to get new wheels, and are you going to remember to pack the bearings with new grease? And the answer to all of that is yes, eventually. One of the things that I'm quickly realizing with this project is that we don't have all the tools, and the right tool makes the job a lot easier. And so when you change out tires on a car, on a travel trailer or whatever, having the right tools is important. It helps to have an impact wrench, impact drill, which we do not have. It also helps to have a torque wrench, which will tell you how much you've torqued it, because I think, if I remember correctly, travel trailers need about 95 pounds per square inch of torque, and I don't have one of those. And so I think I'm probably going to have to enlist a friend when the time comes to help me do that, because it's not something you just do. You have to jack the trailer up, you have to get the wheel off. You cannot jack it up on the I've been watching some of these videos. You cannot jack the trailer up on its axle. You'll bend the axle. So it's not something that I can just do. It's something that I have to learn and get help with. So yeah, we're gonna do that, but for now, this is all you get. We're gonna make these work.
All right, so we need to remember the lovely brown and harvest gold stripes that are on this, because this is the before and this is the after. So we are painting the outside of it white right now, and I think we're talking about putting in, like, maybe doing the bottom half, like, what would you just say, a dark blue or a green or something like that.
We haven't decided yet.
We haven't decided yet.
Still thinking about it.
But it actually looks a lot better just painted white.
Yeah.
I know there's a little bit of a shadow there, but it looks like a million times better.
And we bought a scraper too, so we can get that paint off the windows.
Yeah, there's a little paint on the window. We'll get the paint off
Not
there.
the end of the world.
Nope.
All right, so if you want to see how to get paint off of a window, get yourself one of these razors right here.
And we should have done this before we put the screen on, because it would have been easier to do from the inside.
But we're still getting it.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. They're all over the place at Home Depot and Ace and all these different places. I think we got ours at Baumgar's. And you can just scrape away your paint.
And then, if you have a glass top stove, you can clean the glass top stove with.
That's right.
Hold on. Yeah.
Now, you guys might not be able to see it in the video, but Heather's killing it on that paint right there. She's getting it all off with just that razor blade, which will make the window look a lot cleaner.
Yeah.
Boy, that paint dries almost immediately.
Yeah.
They just painted that, and it's just dry. Look at that. I can touch it. It's not even tacky.
Yep.
So
dry and hot out here.
yeah, we might need to go with the second coat on some of those areas, but that's good. Goodbye, Nomad. Hello, Lois.
When I go through these, I want you to come and roll out these brush marks. That way that they don't look that paint drying and it's like
He wanted to do that more than anything.
we decided that Kevin's truck is named Dwayne after his grandpa, so we're gonna name the trailer Lois, because Lois and Dwayne were always together.
And they always went camping.
And they always went camping.
So every once in a while, I don't get the point. And so my wonderful bride, who's not aggressive at all.
I'm ready to go. Let's go. Come on. We're gonna go put air conditioning in my car.
But is it time now?
Yes, it is.
I'm comfortable and it's cool in here.
It's time to go. I need to have the recharge the air conditioning in my car so I don't cook the children when we drive. Let's go. Come
So
on.
demanding.
Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on.
So we've got a Chrysler Town and Country, and it's a minivan, and we're going to show you, Heather's going to show you, because I'm terrible with mechanics. Heather's going to show you how to recharge the air conditioner. There's this valve underneath, right close to the firewall that Heather's getting ready to unscrew. Let me show it to you. Right there. All right. Show us what's next, honey.
Do you have the can?
I thought you had the can.
No.
I don't have the can.
Where is it?
We'll have to go get the can. All right, hang on. We'll be right back. Tool for the right job. It means everything. So what we needed to do is we needed to go and get this thing, because this end will pierce the can.
Yep.
So show us how to do it, Heather.
All right. So you have to have your car on and your air conditioning up to full blast. So, and then
Both of those are happening right now.
So you're gonna put this. Now we have a 2008 Chrysler Town and Country. You're gonna put this on first, so this thing connects back.
It's just like the connection to a, hold on. It's just like a connection to a air compressor.
So we're gonna screw that on. Make sure it's on good and tight.
Yeah, because the second you pierce it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You see that?
Yeah, really good.
All right, so we're learning. We're learning. What it turns out is you have to have that valve all the way open.
It's saying warning.
What's it warning you about?
Oh, wait,
Pressure? It's changing. It's moving.
Okay. I had it turned the wrong way.
We had the valve turned.
It's gotta be ultimate closed.
Well, it's not closed. It's just piercing it. Yeah. Now it's to normal.
Yeah.
See, this is how the Going Batty team learns how to do things. We jump in, we start twisting knobs, and eventually something happens, good or bad, right here. But it looks like it's cooler, and I'll tell you, it feels cooler.
The can's getting cold.
Is it? And why are you rocking it back and forth like that?
To get everything to go down this way.
Okay. These aren't always straight up ways of doing this, and there is the wrong kind of connector back here that if you connect it to the wrong place, you'll ruin your air conditioning.
Yeah.
So you've got to be very aware of where your air conditioning refill valve is before you do this. Heather read up on this, so she knows. Okay, so some places will refill your air conditioning for you, but if you want to do it yourself, it takes one of these, which is $16, and it takes one of these, which was about $7.
Yeah.
And you might need two of these depending on how uncharged your stuff is. But did it work?
It did work. And sometimes you can buy cans with this already on them, but you can't necessarily get this off of it. So it's kind of only a one-time use.
Yeah.
Get one that you can reuse over and over again.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to pay somebody to go do your air conditioning.
Okay, so it is.
It is cooler.
And it's cooler. And when we drive it, it gets really cold.
Yeah. One thing about my car is it never gets really, really cold when it's just sitting.
Idling.
It'll get cool enough, but
yeah.
it
But
was
this
just
feels better.
Stinking hot.
It was really hot in here before, and so just that little fix, and we'll have it again for next time this thing has air conditioning, or one of the other cars, because that's universal, right?
It's universal.
It'll work on every car.
You just have to do research on where your, I believe that's called the low port.
Yes.
Where your low port is.
You don't want to put in at the high port.
Nope.
The high port's bad.
Yep.
All right, so the other thing we need to do is we need to put the spare tire back underneath the car, and in Chrysler Town and Countries, they're in a weird spot. They're just underneath the driver's seat. So I'll have Heather videotape and I'll show you how to put your spare tire back on your Town and Country. Every car, like this one, has a tool in this bag. And it has one of these, and it has some long pieces that I'll show you if I can get them out of the bag. Ta-da, and ta-da. Set that aside.
Should I turn the car off so you don't burn yourself?
Huh?
Should I turn the car off so you'll burn yourself?
No, let's see what happens.
I don't know about that.
Let's just see what happens. So basically, you turn this tool into something that looks just like this. This is a handle, and watch what I do with it. See
up.
Let me know when it's like laying on the ground.
Ah, the pavement is hot. The pavement gets hot in Wyoming.
Only one time a year though. The rest of the time it's cold.
Okay, it's laying on the ground now.
It's gonna come apart and the tire's gonna sit right inside of that. I'll show it to you after I do it because I can't hold the camera and show you at the same time. So these two little guys flip in like that, and you're gonna be able to shove it down into the tire center, and then once you do, they'll flip out like that, and then it'll be down in between this. So let me show you what I mean. I got the tire in its little cozy, or whatever you call it. It's like a drink cozy for a tire. This is spare tire. You can't use it for everyday use. It's only to get you from point A to point B when you have an accident. And we took this out a long time ago and forgot to put it back. Now, this little guy, I'm going to shove into this little hole right here, like so. And I know all you can see is my hand, right? Well, there's more to come. Just hang on a second. Get closer. See how it locked? It just clipped just like that.
Okay, sorry. I wobbled the camera.
This is not easy to do with a camera in your hand.
No, it is not.
So those little guys on the bottom flipped out, and it will now hold this tire in place. So when I lift it up, I can see how I can push it all the way through. I'm going to make sure that they came out on the other side the way they're supposed to, and they did.
Hey.
And
you want me to go crank it back up?
conditioner check, spare tire back in for the next emergency check.
Here, put the tool away.
So as you can see, it is now white.
Oh,
And it's funny because in the camera, it kind of shows up some shadows. I guess there's shadows on the tree. That's probably why. But yes, it is white all the way through. And it's very exciting. It makes it actually look a lot better.
It does.
I
It looks
think.
a lot better.
It hides a lot of the dings, dangs, and oopsies.
It's very windy. My hair is getting caught in my very chapped lips.
It's very windy. The last time I did a video, I messed these up. This one right here is my gray tank. Sorry about that. This right here is my black tank. This is like dishwater. This is water from the toilet. Now, we've been having a trouble with a leak, and right now those tanks have water in them and nothing is leaking out. It's just water. Nothing else is in there. We cleaned them out good at the dump station. So what Max is going to do is he's going to open up that seal and let that water come out. So the flex seal is holding the water. But what this has revealed is I got a few leaks over here I got to address underneath there. So we'll be working on that next. But it looks like the flex seal is doing the job.